How'd you like a snowball sandwich? Maybe like another one.
Listen, jerk. When I tell you to come, you better come. What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby. Cry for me. Come on. Cry.
2% across-the-board reduction in all departments and activities not related to contractual issues, salary, or benefits. Example, paper use, education costs, conference attendance, consultations. This number could be considered higher, but has been arbitrarily reduced to allow specific instances where a full 2% reduction could be detrimental to health or safety issues. Where, Commissioner, did you come up with the 2%? What specifically are you recommending? Where would these cuts come from? Is there a suggestion then on your part that there's 2% back in these areas? I mean,
you can call it what you want. You go to each department head and you say get 2% out, and it's not that much when you go to each thing. In some cases, it's cutting $10,000 here in a half, in a budget. You can do it. You can do that simply with reducing some of the education costs. This is not a year that maybe people are going to be able to go to all the conferences that they normally go to. We may have to really take a look at looking at pens, pencils, paper, cut that 2% out. 2% is a very small amount, but it has to come as an order from the commissioners that every department head has to cut it out of their budget. And the salary is a part of it.
since salary is a part of what?
They don't have, nobody can come back to me and say, oh, I can't do it because of salary. They're not supposed to look at that. We accept this.
Is there any evidence? Is there any basis in anything other than, and why 2%? Why not 5?
I think that might be too hard to reach.
Do you have any basis in why you're calling for this and how you arrived at that number? Where did that number come from?
I arrived at the number by doing something.
Okay.
What do you mean? I can figure out a percentage and then I just come up.
You really believe that we're going to save $3.6 million on reduced paper use?
No. I believe that when you add all of that up, that's education, that's paper use, that may be
conference attendance and consulting.
You know, that isn't really my job. Our job is to sit up here and decide how much we want them to reduce their department by, and I'm suggesting 2%, and if you're not, that's fine.
No, our job is to make sure that the taxpayers of this county get value for every dollar that they send, and that we continue to maintain and improve the quality of life for the people of Bucks County. That's our job at an economical price. That's our job, not to arbitrarily say X or Y. If there is basis in this call, if there's a true belief that we can save $3.6 million in less paper use and in cutting education costs, I'd like to know where and how.
I didn't say it was all in that. I said you go back to the department. That's just an example. You're trying to be argumentative.
No, I'm honestly
okay,
not.
How about we try it? How about we order right now that every department like within 1 week, give us a list, cut 2% out. There's no question. We just order it. They'll be able to do it. They will be. I told you something before this meeting about a department that had money that they were able to do something with. I could cut 2% out of the commissioner's budget without a problem at all. I could cut way more than that out of it. So, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. That's my suggestion. And I'm not hearing suggestions from anyone else. But I also understand that this is only for the public to do. There it goes.
Actually, that's not what I said, but what I said was the key component of the gathering this evening was to allow the public to participate in the process. If we are included with this segment, I guess, then yes.
Deep in the recesses of my brain, a tiny red-hot little flame began to grow.